I got my weapons. I got a sword, I got a gun, right? I got weapons. I do not use these weapons really well. My son uses them usually for cutting the brush, right? I grabbed those weapons just as I walked out of the house. They're easy to grab, they're accessible, because we want to be able to defend ourselves or to go and use those things for whatever, for whatever purpose we need them. And I've been feeling kind of helpless because I don't have a weapon against COVID-19. I don't have a weapon that is easily and assuredly gonna just make it disappear. Also, I have this thing called every day. It's called fear, confusion, frustration, and the enemy I do have an unseen enemy that wants me to feel like things are hopeless and that I'm helpless, right? And of course, we don't go by our feelings, but it sure is nice to have those tangible weapons, right? It's nice to have those tangible things that we can grab onto so that we can know we're making a difference. Well, it says in Ephesians chapter 6 that we're not wrestling against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, against rulers of darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness. And it says to take up the whole armor of God. So if I'm going to take up the whole armor of God, I need to get dressed. It's been kind of a optional thing as far as the attire we wear, like, I don't know about you, but I think pajamas are a really nice option if you're not going anywhere, right? Well, here's the thing. We need to get dressed spiritually every day, and we need to not be letting the enemy confuse us. It also says later in Ephesians chapter 6, which I really encourage you to read, in verse 18, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, being watchful to this end with all perseverance and supplication for all the saints. We need to take up the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God, our weapon, and we need to read it and know it. We need to be praying, and there's another weapon of our warfare, right, that we need to be equipped with, the whole armor of God. But one of the things that occurs to me, especially when I'm at home and I'm talking with my kids, I can't make anybody, I can't make you, I can't make anybody except myself hold up the shield of faith. You have to pick up the Word of God. You have to know the Word of God, because His promises, His truth is what's going to help us to know what to do each day, every day, and to not be confused. I miss you guys, and I am praying, because this is not an easy time. But please, please, please put your armor on. Please, please get dressed every day with God's armor. Be in the Word, have your sword, have your weapons of spiritual warfare, so that while we're in this war with this virus, we don't let the war, the spiritual war, the bigger war, take us down. I hope to see you all soon.